Alright, we're looking at 18 here. It says, what is the solution to this inequality? And one thing to note, this is a quadratic inequality. Which means, oops, let's see here. So with the quadratic inequality, we need to first, step one is find the roots. And then do test points. And then with the test points, it's either going to be false or true, and we want to put the domain around the true, basically, for the solution. So the first thing we do is we set this equal to 0, and then we're going to factor this guy here. So we factor out an x, and then use the zero product property, set each factor equal to 0. Right? We solve this out here, so this is done, and then if we add 9, clearly x is 9 and 0. And then we make a test points here, so at 0 and 9. And these are our walls, and now we just pick points between them. You can pick whatever you want. I'm going to pick 5. I'm going to pick negative 10 because I feel like it. And also the number 10. And then when you plug them in, you're going to plug these into the original inequality. And you're going to look for true, false, or true. So I'm going to plug them in here. So you're going to get, I'm going to plug them in here. So you're going to get negative 10 squared minus 9 times negative 10. It's theoretically greater than 0. So that's 100. And this 9 times 10 negative is positive 90. And you can see here that's clearly true because that's 190. 190 is clearly greater than 0. So this is true here. And if you were to plug 5 in, you're going to get 5 squared minus 9 times 5 is greater than 0. So 25 minus 45 is greater than 0. So that means negative 20 is greater than 0. That's clearly false, because that's not going to be true. If you remember, it's going to be true, false, true, or false, true, false. Plug 10 in, but that's the same thing as you did here. So you're going to get 10 squared minus 9 times 10. And you basically get 100 minus, oh, actually you don't, sorry. You minus 90 is greater than 0. But you still get 10 is greater than 0, which is true. And then you put the line above the true. If you remember, this way is an arrow because it keeps going up till here. And if you notice back here, this is just strictly greater than, which means that this is an open dot. And here at 9 again, it's open. Why is it open? Remember, because this is a strictly greater than. It's not equal to. And then we draw the arrow to infinity. And now we just write it in interval notation. You can see if you can find the answer already. There's a small mistake there, so we can already see it. It's going to be from negative infinity, because the arrow to 0, parentheses, union, 9 to infinity. And that's the domain, or the solution. As you can see here, we don't have any of those. So I screwed up. You can clearly see the answer was meant to be D here. So please go ahead and make that correction. Sorry about that.